Good afternoon from the Ozarks First Digital Desk. I'm Parker Patchett, and I wanted to talk to you guys about something I thought was a little nutty. I was on vacation last week, and I drove through a town called Marysville, Kansas. And for those not familiar with that town, it is in the county of Marshall, Kansas. Some few statistics. It was founded in 1861. The most recent population in 2020 showed the town had 3,447 people. So it's a very small town. And I noticed something interesting as I was driving through the town. We came across a kind of a corner lot. Maybe I can't remember the store or the specific government building or what it was on the corner, but that wasn't super important to me as what was on the corner of that lot, and it was a statue of a black squirrel. And I thought, maybe it's just an artistic piece. Maybe it was something, kind of an homage to the past. What? No. This entire town is covered in these statues of black squirrels, and I'll show you some photos here that I have taken. And so, you can see here. Let me find them real quick. So the first one that kind of stuck out to us was there's this one here on the corner. Looks like of a restaurant. You can see it has kind of a Southwest U.S. Kind of a Santa Fe, theme to it, painted on it. The next one we found at a gas station. If you zoom in, you'll see kind of a mosaic design. Just interesting, unique things. And I mean, even when you get to, so for example, this soda shop, there was one wearing a collared shirt holding a Pepsi Cola. The bank, it's just gold. I think that one was interesting. One of my favorites, though, is the one outside of this bowling alley. You can see that they incorporate a bowling ball in this squirrel's tail. And the one that I thought was the most adorable was outside the Marysville Country Club. You can see this squirrel here clearly ready to go play around a golf. He's got his little visor. He's got his plaid sweater. He's holding his golf ball. And so I say all that to say this, some of the history. Marysville is known as the Black Squirrel City. And according to some research here, it says that's, quote, due to the isolated community of all black squirrels that make their homes in the town. And the squirrels are said to be the result of escapees from a traveling circus. And so I thought the first thing that popped in my head was Marionville. And if anybody knows anything about Marionville, is that Marionville, Missouri, is the home of the white squirrels. And I thought it was kind of interesting. You had Marysville, Kansas, Marionville, Missouri, both home to these interesting squirrels. And so, obviously we've got some photos here of the squirrels that are that have crafted this interesting reputation in the small town of Marionville, Missouri. And so I say that I just thought it was interesting on my trip. I had been holding all this information in for several days now. I wanted to share with you on my first day back from my vacation. But what do you think? Do you think it's fun to see these towns kind of play into these little fun nuggets of information? And then would you like to see maybe Maryville do something similar to what Marysville, Kansas did, and maybe create some themed white squirrel statues? And I'll put it this way. This is not an endorsement or anything like that, but I found myself stopping several times in this small town of Marysville, Kansas, to just get photos of every one of these squirrels. I think that's something that really brings, kind of a unique touristy attraction to the area to kind of, whether for economic benefit or sightseeing benefit. I just think that's kind of one of those fun little quirky ways that small towns can really put themselves on the map, per se, kind of really expanding on this unique aspect of their area. So let me know what you think. Is there a favorite statue that you had? Is this something super interesting to you at all? I just thought it was kind of a quirky little thing, but let me know how you feel about it, and we'll see you next time here at the Ozarks First Digital Desk.